But where we stopped, we saw that the image that was being built, that was running, was a different one, like a cache, a different image that I built previously. So I'm going to bust that cache. So how do I do that? I'm going to come here. I'm going to rebuild. All right. So let's just check. Okay, we've terminated all our running containers. Let's confirm that. Again, nothing is running. Let's come back here and check. All right, nothing is running. So now we're going to build again, but this time now we're going to force. Where's our build command? We're going to force build here so that to take it will build a new image and not use a cache. Oh, we're doing it in the wrong place, of course. So this is the project folder. All right, docker compose up -- build is the command, and we expect 2 containers to run. So it's building it afresh, that's why it's taking time. If you remember, the last one didn't take this long. So I guess it's running now. We can confirm. Let's clear screen first. Can confirm by doing docker ps. We have our 2 containers running. All right, one NodeJS server and then one Nginx server. Again, Nginx server is running on port 80 mapped to port 4000 on our local machine. So if we hit this port 4000, we're going to hit Nginx server, and then Nginx will route the request to port 3000 on our node server. So let's check that. We'll just go there and refresh. Oh, this is not 4000. So here, so we're running port 4000. Now let's add something to this guy, so we know, because now we want to scale. At this point, of course, we're just running a single Node.js server. From what you saw there, 2 servers running. This one is the Node.js server, and this one is the Nginx server. Now the idea is that you may need to run multiple instances of your Node.js server, and then when that happens, now you need Nginx to be able to route your traffic, right, to basically load balance between those servers. So we're going to scale this to say 3 instances. All right, so the same application, right, will be running on 3 different machines, 3 different Docker containers, right, and then Nginx will be able to route traffic to those servers. But how do we know when if we browse from the front end, now how do we know which server it's taking our request? Now to do that, let's add something. Let's add something to, what did I do here, to our file. So we'll come here. Now we can get the OS name, the server name, right, or the server that is running our application, all right, in Node.js. We can access that from the OS model. So let's come here and say const OS equals to require OS. So with this OS model now, there is a method to grab the server name. right? The server is running on the application. So here, let's just add it here. Okay. Let's use template string here, so we can put a variable here. So the method is hostname, right? So we're saying node app, let's say running on, okay, dash, so running on the server. We're going to save this. Now for container servers, right? Now your host name is usually the container ID, right? It's container ID. So that's what we expect to see here. All right, so if we've done that, we'll have to rebuild, and then this time we'll have to scale. So let's go here. We grab these two container IDs so that we can stop both of them. We've stopped both of them. Let's confirm that Docker PS, nothing is running. Now we're going to run Docker compose again, up, and this time, of course, let's not forget that we want it rebuilt. This time we're going to say we want to scale. Now, which service do you want to scale? We want to scale the node app service. How many times, how many instances of this container do you want to run? So let's say 3 equals to 3. So this is how we scale a container. All right, so I'm going to hit enter, and oh boy, we're always making that mistake. You and we're always making that mistake. So running Docker in the wrong place. So we have to run Docker, of course, in the project directory. So I'll just go up, and then I can run my Docker compose command again. All right. So okay, so now we expect 4 containers to run, 3 replicas of the node server and 1 for the Nginx. As you can see here, container, these are the default names Docker gave them. So all of these are running, and if I can come to another tab and run Docker PS, you can see that we have 4 containers all running. All right, so if we hit port 4000 on our local machine, we're going to hit Nginx server. Nginx will take that request and route it to any of these 3 containers running on port 3000. All right, so to demonstrate that, I've created a screen. Let's go to a screen that have 3 tabs. All right, so we said 3000, right? Local host colon, sorry, 4000 rather. All right, so this is what I was referring to. This is actually the container name, right? That's what Docker returns as the host name of the server, the container ID, right? Now, the way load balancing works now, there's a default algorithm that is being used. All right, so when the first request comes, the first machine takes it, the first server takes it. When another request comes, what Nginx will do is to take that request to another server, right? To route that request to a different server, not the the previous one that ran or handled the previous request. You get what I mean? So I'm just basically going to copy this and run it on a different tab here, and we expect to see the container name change because we expect a different container, all right, out of those three, to run this new request. All right, as you can see now, this is F4C something something. This is what 4F5. Now these are basically the container IDs. Now again, if I run it on a different tab, another request, right, you're going to see yet another one, right? And to prove it, so this request was handled by the first machine. Let's call it machine 1 or server 1, server 2, server 3. Now if a fourth request comes in, right, we expect it to be handled by this server, like the first server, all right, because it has gone round. And so Nginx has three load balancing algorithm. Okay, so the default one is round robin. I think there's a least connected and then an IP hash or something. Okay, but let's not bother with that. The default one is fine for us. So let's just try it. Let's duplicate this. Let's take this and let's refresh. We expect this machine to run this. So as you can see now, this same machine that ran the first request is handling this one. So basically that's how you scale your Node.js application running in a container. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my new channel. Thank you.